Tonight we're traveling back to the very start, before cities, schools, or even roads existed. We're going to see how the world began, how people learned to listen to God, and how families grew from a single pair to a great nation. Our guidebook is the book of Genesis, which means beginnings. It tells the tales of Adam and Eve, the first two people, Noah, who built a giant boat, Abraham, the father of many nations, Jacob, whose dream changed everything, Joseph, whose colorful coat and big heart saved his family. Let's walk slowly through these stories. Imagine you're tiptoeing across soft grass as each new chapter unfolds. Ready? Let's step into the garden. Creation of the world. Long ago, before sunrise or moonlight, there was only empty space. Then God spoke, and light burst into being. He separated light from dark. Next, He made sky, land, seas, trees, stars, fish, birds, animals, each very good. God creates Adam. After all the animals, God made a man, Adam. By breathing life into dust, God planted a beautiful garden called Eden. Imagine trees heavy with ripe fruit, rivers that sparkled under the sun, and gentle animals roaming freely. God told Adam, "You can eat from any tree except one, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Eat its fruit, and you will know good and bad. That fruit will bring death." Seeing Adam alone, God decided it wasn't good for him to be by himself. So God caused Adam to sleep, took one of his ribs, and made a woman, Eve. Adam woke and said, "She is part of me." Together, they cared for the garden. The serpent's whisper. A crafty serpent snuck in, slippery in words, smooth in lies. It told Eve, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree?" Eve remembered God's warning, but the fruit looked delicious, promising wisdom. She ate and gave some to Adam. Their eyes opened, and they saw they were naked. Ashamed, the first sadness, God came walking in the garden. Adam and Eve hid. When He asked, they blamed each other and the serpent. God had to keep His promise. The serpent would crawl, Eve would feel pain in having babies, and Adam would work hard just to grow food. They were sent out of Eden, and a cherubim with a flaming sword guarded the gate for why it matters. In this story, we learn even good things can be twisted by lies. The first choice had a big effect on all people. God's love remained, but life became harder outside the garden. The world grows wild. As Adam and Eve's family grew, people forgot how to be kind. They hurt each other, built tall cities to brag, and ignored God's ways. "My heart is sad," God said. "I will wash the earth clean, except for one good man." Enter Noah. Noah was righteous. He listened, obeyed, and built an altar for God. God told Noah, "Build an ark, huge like 3 football fields long. Fill it with 2 of every animal, male and female, plus your family and food." Noah never saw rain before. People laughed as he hammered wood, wondering what's he doing. But Noah trusted God. His sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, helped him load animals, lions, sparrows, elephants, snakes, 2 by 2. 40 days of rain. When the ark was sealed, the skies opened. Rain fell for 40 days and nights. Water covered the mountains until all the earth looked like a vast, endless sea. Inside the ark, Noah's family and the animals stayed safe, rocking on waves. A dove and an olive leaf. After the rain stopped, Noah sent out a raven that flew until it died. Then he sent a dove. It came back, no place to rest. 7 days later, he sent it again. This time it returned with an olive leaf in its beak. The waters were going down. A promise with a rainbow. When dry ground appeared, God told Noah and his family, "Never again will I flood the whole earth. I set my rainbow in the clouds as a sign of this promise." Noah and his family left the ark, built an altar, and thanked God. The rainbow arched overhead, a reminder that God keeps his word. Why it matters. God cares for the faithful, even when the world seems broken. A rainbow is a sign of hope and promise. Obedience to God brings safety and new beginnings. A new land. Years passed, people multiplied. God chose one man, Abram, to begin a new nation. God said, "Leave your home, your family, your country. Go to a land I will show you. I will make you a great nation. Through you, all families on earth will be blessed." Abram packed his tent, his wife, Sarai, and his nephew, Lot. They journeyed to Canaan, the land of milk and honey. Abram trusted God, even when he didn't know the destination. Promises and tests. God promised children, but Abram and Sarai were old. Yet, Abram believed God. Years later, God appeared again, changing Abram's name to Abraham, meaning father of many. Sarai became Sarah, mother of nations. At age 99, Abraham laughed. How could they have a baby? But soon Sarah had Isaac, whose name means laughter. Their joy filled the tent. A strange command. One day, God tested Abraham. "Take Isaac, your only son, to Mount Moriah. Offer him there as a sacrifice." Abraham rose early, obeyed in silence, and carried wood, fire in a pot, and his sleeping son up the mountain. Isaac asked, "Father, where is the lamb?" Abraham answered, "God will provide." At the last moment, an angel stopped Abraham's hand. A ram was caught by its horns, ready for the offering instead. God blessed Abraham again. His faith had proven true. Why it matters. God's plans can feel impossible, but He is always faithful. True faith sometimes means obedience without full understanding. From Abraham came a great nation, Israel, and through it, hope for the whole world. Twin brothers. Abraham's grandson, Isaac, and his wife Rebekah had twins. Esau, the hairy firstborn, and Jacob, a quiet baby, holding Esau's heel. Esau grew into a skilled hunter. Jacob preferred tents and cooking. The birthright trick. One day, Esau returned famished. Jacob was cooking stew. He said, "Sell me your birthright, your special place as firstborn." Esau, too hungry, agreed. Jacob bought the right to inherit the family blessing. Though clever, Jacob hadn't yet learned to trust God's timing. The blessing stolen. Isaac, now old and nearly blind, wanted to bless Esau. Rebekah helped Jacob disguise himself in Esau's clothes and goatskins. Isaac, fooled by the voice and feel of arms, blessed Jacob. When Esau cried for his blessing, Isaac could not take it back. Esau vowed to kill Jacob, so Jacob fled to his uncle Laban. A ladder to heaven. On the way, Jacob slept on a stone and dreamed of a ladder reaching to heaven, with angels climbing up and down. God stood above, saying, "I am the Lord. I will give this land to you and your children. I will protect you wherever you go." Awakening, Jacob anointed the stone, naming the place Bethel, House of God. Years with Uncle Laban. Jacob worked 7 years for Laban's daughter Rachel, whom he loved. Laban tricked him into marrying Leah first. Jacob then worked 7 more years for Rachel. In the end, he had 11 sons and 1 daughter. Wrestling at the river. Returning home, Jacob camped by Jabbok River. At night, a stranger wrestled him till dawn. Jacob refused to let go until blessed. The stranger renamed him Israel. He struggles with God. Jacob limped away, living out the meaning of his new name. Why it matters. God's promises remain, even when people trick each other. Jacob's journey shows how God uses imperfect people. The name Israel would become the name of an entire nation.